Hey guys, I got a jerkbait tip for you. You know, a lot of fish are getting caught off active target, you know, forward-facing sonar fish. They're getting caught with a jerkbait. I prefer jerkbait more than I do a minnow-style bait, but what I want to tell you and, you know, kind of let you in on, if you haven't thought about it, when you're throwing to fish on forward-facing sonar, a lot of times those fish are not sitting still. They're moving one direction or the other. So when you're thinking about it, you kind of have to cast in front of the fish. You've got to get a bait down to them quick. You've got to get a bait down to them before they get by. And you've got to read the direction the fish may be swimming. There's a lot of variables that come into play. And what I'm getting at is, with a normal style jerkbait, like a traditional 110 size suspended jerkbait, you've got a normal bill. Yes, it's going to dive. It's probably going to get down 4 or 5 foot or so. It may not get down at a super rapid pace either. Therefore, if you think about it, you have to throw the bait further past the fish to get it down to the depth that the fish will be at, which takes more time. The more the time goes by, the further the fish can travel, the more likely it is going to be to swim by your bait before it gets to them or gets close enough to get a reaction. Unless the fish are on the surface, very like 2 foot down, you can get it. A lot of times they'll react to it as soon as it hits the water. But more times than not, that's not the case. The fish will be 5 to 8 foot down a lot of times. So you need a bait that dives quick. It's going to get down quicker to them, for there's less time for the fish to swim and get out of the path of your bait. That's why 99.9% of the time I'm throwing a 110 deep, something with a plus style bill to get down quicker. You know, initially people will think, well, I'm going to get down to 4 foot fish to catch, or I'm going to try to get down to 8 to 12 foot fish to catch. And line size matters too, but the main reason I throw a deeper diving bill on my jerkbait, such as this 110 deep, is because I want my bait to get down quick. I want a quick reaction to get to that fish. I don't have to throw it as far past the fish to get my bait to it. There's not near as much time to waste in between, or time for a fish to move. So that's why I prefer the deep diving jerkbait. The 3DB 110 deep is my choice. Guys, and I throw it on 10-pound tests most of the time. If I'm around timber, say like a Lake Fork scenario or something, I'll usually go to 12 or maybe 14, but that's odd. Usually throw 10-pound, which allows me to get my bait down even quicker. So the quicker you get a bait to them, the less time they have to move and get out of the path, and the higher your reaction catch ratio should be.